Welcome back to the Rootless Minds Podcast. I'm your host, Noah Robertson. I talk to anybody, anywhere, about anything, and today I have on my friend and fellow Avatar connoisseur, Sammy F.
Hi guys, nice to be here. Thank you for having me on, Noah.
I want to start off with my first question, just to get it into the right mindset. Avatar is my favorite show for a plethora of reasons.
Big word.
Thank you. Ranging from the zany comedy, meticulously planned out, no filler plot, and amazing subtle romance, all the way to arguably the best character development in all of television, Zuko. If you had to give a case to the people why they should stop everything and watch this masterpiece, what would that case be?
Okay, I would say that you just gotta, it's one of the, you already established this. It's like one of the best shows ever,
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Number one. But it's like, I think that Avatar just has so many things for every, one that wants to enjoy it, There's, fighting scenes, and then there's, romance, and then there's comedy, and then there's, even for people that, geography, it's like the map is just such a cool place, and they, travel all over the world, and I think it's just such a cool show that anyone can watch, It's like, if you like anything, you'll find at least some of it in Avatar, So I think it would be a good fit for most people. I love the... That's my dog again. Whenever I got a podcast, she's like, well, I gotta intervene real quick.
She's allowed to.
Yes. The combat in Avatar is so amazing, particularly because the creators, they took specific martial arts styles and they set them to each bending type. And if you watch the show, they're doing flips and backflips, and they're doing limbo and walking on their toes, and everything is insane movement. And that's why coming out with this Netflix Avatar show that they're recreating, I'm excited for that. And I'm also kind of iffy. I'm excited because it's going to be made by the original creators. It's been picked up by Netflix, and they're known for just throwing money at anything, and so there won't be any budget issues. Yeah. I'm excited for all those reasons, but also there's some parts of the show that are just going to be impossible to recreate. The funny, zany faces they make. Yeah.
The zoom-ins and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. On the second episode of Avatar, I was watching it last night. They're when Aang gets captured by Zuko, and Zuko's take him to my quarters, and then Aang, he escapes the two firebenders, and he's running around the ship.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to find his staff, and then he opens a door, and he finds Uncle Iroh sleeping, and he slowly closes the door, and then his lips stretch into the crack of the door and says, sorry. And then they pull back out, and you just can't recreate that in a TV show
without it being absolutely horrifying. Yeah,
exactly. I love. Do you remember the desert scene where Sokka is high on the cactus juice, and there's a big explosion? He's like, "Ooh, pretty mushroom cloud."
Yeah, the faces are gonna be hard to create, and also a thing I'm scared about for the live action, is the movie.
We don't talk about that.
Okay, but we have to. So it's what if it just completely goes in that direction that it's the movie? I know that M. Night Shyamalan didn't really know the show and didn't really have any of the original creators on the project, but it's still a kid trying to bend, but it's he's not bending anything, because I think live action would just be hard to kind of transfer that from the animators to real life. I mean, I guess CGI is at a all-time high, but I'm still worried that it's gonna be like that movie.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because if you think about particularly bending air, that's going to be an interesting thing to CGI. You can do fire, water, earth, but air.
Yeah, it's you just move someone's hair, put them in a fan.
It's just there's going to have to be leaves everywhere, and whenever you move something, you're basically leaf bending.
Yeah, you're in a giant drill going into Ba Sing Se, but you're just there's leaves in the drill to show that he's air bending, just leaves everywhere. But I don't know if this is going off topic, but I didn't really ever know in the show if they could see the air that Aang was bending,
That's true.
like,
it's never been
like
confirmed.
Yeah,
That might just be something that we can see, but the people couldn't.
Yeah, because like if you like, okay, so I'm just gonna like cite a few episodes because like I recently wrote a paper on this for English, but
yeah, give me a high five.
but like the episode when they first like introduced Toph, well not in the swamp, but like they introduced Toph like actually as a character.
Yeah,
Aang like does this little like tornado.
He does a little whip of his hand to make a little tornado to cool off her soup.
And everyone's like, "Wow, that's so cool," But then like then there's also the episode when like they're trying to get like what's his name, the Earthbender from that little village, and his like dad got arrested.
I don't know his name, but I know who you're talking about.
So like they're trying to make Katara look like an Earthbender, so Aang has to like blow air in a vent. And the rock flies up, but if they could see the air, they know it's not earthbending, it's airbending. But like, so they don't see that, but everyone sees like the tornado. I don't, it's like it's never really
that's true
shown. Do we see the air or not? So
I never really thought about that point.
Yeah,
yeah. There's many times when, because if you think about whenever he does his like Aang crazy avatar state and he puts his hand like this and he makes the ball around him. The first time he did that when he found out Monkiatsu died and he killed all the firebenders, he did that and Katara like approached him and I'm pretty sure she like hesitated right before the ball, and that's sort of a reason you could say they do see it.
Well, yeah,
I don't know. Maybe in the live action they'll probably make it so. If it's in a sandy area, there's going to be sand blowing around. But if there's going to be like a rocky area with nothing in the air, there's probably going to be even less so you can see the air.
Yeah.
Because definitely trying to recreate that scene where, he's doing the air bending with the vent and the rock, that in live action, that'd be even less believable.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the whole point of the gag. So it's like so unbelievable. But like, I just, are they just gonna like draw like white squigglies that like used to do in like elementary school to draw air,
like the cloud blowing the air?
Yeah, is that what they're just gonna do every time Aang does something? I don't know. I'm excited though to see it. I think it'll be a good show. I mean, I'm probably gonna binge it even if it's bad. But
in that live action, they even specified it's gonna be like an hour per episode.
Wow.
So they're going to completely expand what they've already done, even more character development, even more better in-depth like action scenes, all that. And that I'm very excited for because I've got the comics. I sent you a photo, and one of them is the Lost Stories, the Lost Tales, and the Lost Adventures. And it's just certain things they did in the show that they actually didn't put on the live action. Like they were going to put it in the show, but then for whatever reason they didn't. And so that's this book of like a bunch of little short stories. And they could definitely put those into the show.
That's going to be really interesting to see like the smaller details of like, the things we didn't see. I remember when I first heard about the live action show, I was like, my brain was going wild, with thoughts and like ideas of what could happen. And I was like, I was like excited because I was like, what if they do like an anthology series with like each avatar getting an episode, That
would be really cool.
I thought that would be so cool, but like they didn't do it. They're just doing the same story, which is going to be cool. But I would have loved to see like Kiyoshi or
you talked about the Kiyoshi book, right?
Oh yeah.
That's an actual a novel, not a graphic novel.
Yeah, that's an actual novel, and I was gonna buy it and pick it up and read it, but then I thought it came out like this year, but it was out last year. So what a fan I am. But yeah, so.
I've got majority of the graphic novels, and I think I'm waiting on 3 books to come in. After I read them all, I can loan them to you. You can read them too.
Yeah, that would be, I think that would be cool. I would take care of them, not break them or anything. But
if you do, I'll sue.
Yeah, okay, understandable. But that would be cool because I know some of the like things that they tell in the story. Like I know that there's like after with Zuko's mom and stuff, there's like a few comics about that.
It's The Search.
Yeah, and I think that's like such a cool thing to go into because like when I was first watching the show, I was like, where's Zuko's mom? Did she die? What happened to her? But I think it's so cool that they actually described what happened to her.
Would you like me to tell you, or
I already know.
You already know?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell to the people listening.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we've got. I'm drawing an actual blank on the name of Zuko's sister right now. Azula. I'm watching the show. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on her name. I'm terrible with names.
Is she in the show yet? Like, she comes like season 2.
Well, it's mentioned at the point I'm at, and Azula, she's like going completely crazy. The final episodes of Avatar, she went full on batshit, and in the comics that come after The Search, she's having even more hallucinations of her mom, and her mom is like, she's saying her mom's conspiring against her and all this stuff. And so Zuko, Azula, and Team Avatar, they decide to head out to find the mom, and they do some different ways, some different little sub stories until they get to the main thing, and they eventually go to this village, and they find out that there is a spirit that will, I think they follow the blue wolf spirit.
I didn't read it.
Yeah, I think they follow like the blue. I haven't read it in a while either. I think they follow the blue wolf spirit, and somehow they get to this point, and it's a spirit that she will give you a new face, and
I could use that.
We all analyze our face, and we're like, if this was a little closer, a little more here, I'd really like that.
That's what Botox is for, and like it's plastic surgery, but
If my nose, I think my nose is fine.
we going into this.
Sure. If I had like a better John chin, and like my eyes were a little, just very slightly wider apart, because they're kind of narrow.
No
eyes were slightly wider apart, and like this part of my head up here, like the forehead, but the side of the head, it kind of bulges out. So I have to get a specific haircut to make it not look so alien.
Okay, no comment.
If these things if these things were fixed, I'd be a specimen of a man.
Okay, if we're going into this, so I haven't really seen my face without, being plus size. So I can't say really what I would change, because who knows, if I was in shape, I could be like a 10 out of 10. Who knows, So I mean, okay, there's a few things though, but we're not gonna go into that because I don't want to cry. I'm not gonna do this right now.
I'm not gonna be bashing on you, Sammy. You're fine. This is a safe place.
This is
Sammy.
a safe place. I feel safe.
Back to Zuko's mom. They talk to the spirit, and she's like, "Yeah, I changed the face of this woman," and we also find out that she not only changed her face, but she changed her memories. So she decided to take away the memories of her kids, and then eventually they go back to the village they were at, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's you! You're our mom." And she's like, "What?" And then they take her back to the spirit. The spirit gives her face back and her memories back, and then they reunite with their mom. It's a very oversimplified version, but yeah,
of course. I mean, let's just read the novel right now. Yeah, I think she has a whole new family and a husband and stuff now. Yeah. Which, I mean,
she has another kid too, I think.
Oh yeah,
I think the little girl.
Yeah, but she doesn't matter because she's not Azula or Zuko. So it's who are you? No one cares.
You're not royalty.
Yeah, get out of here, disgusting peasant. But yeah, Zuko's mom is just I can't exactly remember what she did. Oh yeah, she didn't she poison Fire Lord Azulan and
She made a deal with Fire Lord Ozai, her husband at the time. It was a very abusive, non-consensual, crappy relationship. She made a deal with him that if she were to make him Fire Lord, then he has to let her go and pretend that he banished her and she died or something like that. And so she killed Fire Lord Ozan.
Azulan, isn't it?
Azulan, yeah. Like I said, I'm terrible with names. I can recite pretty much anything from the show, but not names. And she killed Fire Lord Azulan. He took the throne. He banished her. And then she went back to the town she grew up in, because she had her actual love was in that town, because she didn't grow up in the capital city and everything. She grew up in a little town, and she was like the most beautiful person ever. And so Fire Lord Ozai, back when he was a young guy, he came up to her and he proposed. And you can't really deny a proposal from the prince.
You can, but like you're not
You
going
might
to be
die.
around. Yeah.
And he took her in as his wife. And for the whole time, she didn't love him. She loved the guy back at the town. So when they finally made that separation, she went back to the guy at the town. And she's like, well, my face is known everywhere and all this stuff. So that's why she went to the face swapper. And she decided to switch faces. And the face swapper, I think they only do it like once a year or something like that.
Hard work.
What's that?
Hard work to swap a face.
Spirits,
man.
they be working these long hours.
Minimum wage.
I wish I was making a minimum wage right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of work because of this coronavirus thing.
I just got a job, so.
What'd you get for a job?
Fred Meyer. Yeah, I mean, it's the garden section.
You got the garden section?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, look what
that doesn't seem like a very stressful job. Seems like very relaxing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I have to help a few old people to their cars, but I can carry a bag of dirt from here to there, but I think it would be an interesting experience.
You're gonna lose the weight. You're gonna get those farmer shoulders carrying the bags of dirt.
Yeah, carrying bags of dirt 30 feet. I'm so ready to get jacked.
Helping these grannies make the bombs.
Well, that's if they survive Corona. I mean,
that's true. That's true, dude. Oh, imagine how this has hit Florida. Because Florida is like the retirement state.
Florida, like Nevada and stuff. I mean, okay, so these aren't my words, okay? I just saw it on Twitter. Someone called the coronavirus boomer remover. And, no comment on that. No, I'm not going to share my opinion, but, boomer's been running kind of wild for too long, so maybe this is kind of a sign, but who knows?
With okay, boomer, and now it's like, rest in peace, boomer.
Yeah, it's like... Boomers aren't having it now.
My dad sent me my dad, my grandpa, and I. We all send each other memes. We don't have a meme group chat, but like I send them to my grandpa. He sends some to my dad. We have like a little thing going on.
Son generational goals.
I'm very proud of that. And my dad sent my grandpa a meme, and then he sent it to me. And it said, if you run out of toilet paper, just poop in the shower.
Oh my God.
and Waffle stop those nuggets down the tray.
Lovely meme.
Waffle stop those nuggets down the tray.
Wow, that's lovely.
And then my papa responded, then it won't let me talk to you anymore.
You know what? I respect Nana's choice.
Nana runs shit. I want to move on to my second question. Mm-hmm. This is a kind of long question.
Longer than that first one?
Yes. It's like twice as long. This character show... Okay. The show's characters are far from surface level. Each one has their own story chain, personality, and quirks. We have Aang, a young boy that likes to have fun and go penguin sledding as soon as he pops out of an iceberg, but carries the weight of the world on his powerful shoulders. Then there's the hard, don't mess with me exterior that Toph has, only to be challenged by her very rare, yet deep, heartfelt moments of sadness. And finally, the girl that challenged the patriarchy herself, Katara, is not only powerful, loving, and overall badass, she is also a fully fledged sex appeal when she's in that Fire Nation outfit. Of all the main characters...
She's a child? Just gonna...
Hey, when I was her age, she's older than me now. Of all the main characters in it, The Last Airbender, I'm taxing you to choose 3 to play screw, marry, kill on.
Okay. Cabbage Man. No. So they just have to be from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Like 3 of the main characters.
The main characters.
Yeah.
Okay, so like out of Aang, Sokka, Katara.
It doesn't Team have Avatar. To be Team Avatar as long as they're main. Like you could choose Ozai, you could choose Uncle Iroh.
Okay, odd choices. So it's screw, marry, kill. Honestly, I would probably choose screw for Azula because like she's powerful and aggressive. And, you know, like she, yeah. Hi, Mom, if you're watching. But and then
Okay.
and then Kill, who annoys me. Trying to think of all the characters. Okay, I don't want to stay in like Azula's little squad, but May really annoys me. I'm just gonna be honest with like May. She is emo and annoys me. But yeah, but like okay, but I wouldn't kill her. God, I don't really hate any of them though. So I don't know if you can hear that, but I was tapping on the table. Okay. So Azula, and then I'm gonna kill May, and then I'm gonna marry. I mean, honestly, like Uncle Iroh over here with the wisdom, and like he'd be cool, you know. But then Zuko is the Fire Lord, but
that's true.
That's true.
You gotta take into account it's just a cartoon. The cartoon doesn't actually show how gruesome that scar is.
Yeah. So what if it's like skin peeling off? Like, honey,
he probably
put lotion on it. Like
he has to rub lotion on it.
Yeah. You're right. How is he not blind? Whatever. That's another topic. And then I would marry. Okay, so actually it's a tie between Zuko and Toph.
Zuko and Toph?
Yeah, I think both of them would be great partners.
Toph is a total badass.
Yeah, and in Korra, she was pretty cool too.
Yeah, she was still old. And even there was, I don't remember the names, and I barely watched Korra, but there was that big fight scene, and who was like the dictator woman, metal bender? Kuvira, yeah, and Kuvira only backed down as soon as Toph showed up.
Yeah, because it's like, what are you gonna do?
Old Granny Toph, who literally has a hunch in her back and has been living in a cave for years.
Yeah, but this Kuvira is just an earth or metal bender because of Toph. So it's like, are you really gonna beat Toph at metal bending? Like, she invented that.
Yeah.
Although I guess Kuvira kind of had a more deadly like metal bending, but I don't know. We didn't really see Toph metal bend much in Korra, but yeah, she's badass, and it's like she runs shit, she ain't gonna fall back. Like
she literally does. She was the like
police person,
like sheriff type
security,
character.
Yeah. And she's blind, so that's pretty cool.
So you're saying that so she doesn't have to look at your face?
Okay.
Is that
Are
what
we
you're
going
saying?
back at this? Like
I'm confused. Why is that a quirk?
Well, no, and I just said it would be like, it's cool, because like she can see you through her feet, so it's no sense. I guess she doesn't get to see facial features. Like,
would you think Toph would have a foot fetish?
I never thought I'd be answering this online. No, I don't think. Well, maybe her feet. I don't think she would have it for other people's feet. I can't believe I'm answering this, but yeah, I don't think, because like she would like feel someone's feet and it would be like, wow, this is skin, but then she'll feel her feet and it's like all those vibrations and the seismic sense and stuff, so it's like, yeah. So I'm either talking, since we don't see Toph as like someone from like age 18 to like, I don't know, 40. We don't see her in that age. We see her like either a child or an old woman. I'm talking about her feet.
There's a few moments in Korra when they show like adult Toph.
And stuff, yeah.
She had 2 kids.
Yeah, and they have different dads, I heard, but like,
yeah. She had one with one guy, and then they split up. Mm-hmm. I think it was...
she gets around.
Yeah. Toph be hoeing.
Oh my God.
And they want that powerful earthbender muscle. She, I think she like fell in love with a businessman, and he like really appreciated her, and she like fell in love with him, and I think they had a thing and had a kid. And then for some reason they split up. Mm-hmm. And then the second guy she had a kid with is like completely undisclosed, I'm pretty sure.
I heard like some people saying it was Sokka.
I doubt that.
Yeah, I doubt it, but like
she did have like a mini crush. That would be such a
cute couple, Sokka and Toph. Like
that'd be awesome.
That was like my favorite ship in the show, because it's like
they had a little thing. Yeah. Do you remember when Toph was in the water and she almost drowned?
Serpent's Pass. And,
yeah. And then Suki came and saved her, but because Toph's blind and can't swim, Toph thought it was Sokka. Mm-hmm. And she said, "Oh, Sokka, you saved me." And then she kissed Suki's cheek, and Suki's like, it's me, Toph. You can go ahead and let me drown now.
Yeah, that was adorable. That was cute. I think that they should have. Although I get it though, not everyone in Team Avatar can like be in love with each other because they're children. But like, I think that would have been cool. But you know, because then it was like,
I get it. I get it.
Like the whole group is like gonna fall in love with each other.
I'm gonna play Screw Marry Kill with the cast of Avatar. I'd say screw Ty Lee because
flexible.
She's flexible and could do anything, and marry Katara because everything. And
she'll mother you.
She'll mother me.
Yeah, she'll act like
true.
a mother.
That's true. That's true. I'll eventually get to which element you want to bend because I'd love to talk about that. And I don't know who I'd kill. I wouldn't.
See, it's hard to figure out someone you'd kill because it's like you don't want to kill anyone.
It's like the Ozai is just that's like everybody would say that, but
I mean, he's already dead, but General Zhao was a bitch.
He was. He really was. Yeah. And they never confirmed he died. All the I watched a clip of all the deaths in The Last Airbender, and they're all deaths that are never actually confirmed. Because he
you
was
go to
like,
the spirit world when you die?
No, I think you have to like actually on your deathbed, do the mind mending thing and go to the spirit world purposefully.
Oh yeah, he got at the end of like the Siege of the North. He got like dragged down. So in
the
Korra,
water it pushed him down, and he never actually died. And you could even say that with Jet Li. There was that time.
Okay, but when, like Toph, he's lying.
Yeah, he's lying. It was never confirmed he died though, and there's also that part when they watch the show, they watch the play of their lives.
Yeah, that was funny.
And they're like, "Did Jet Li die?" And Sokka's like, it wasn't too clear. And it's like, it's true.
Yeah,
that's a lot of the deaths in the show. I don't know who I'd kill.
Yeah. It's hard because like you don't want to kill anyone.
Maybe after everything's done, I'd say Azula. Because she's doing nothing but causing mischief, and she still has her bending, and Aang hasn't taken that away.
Because I'm glad he hasn't, because it's like can't. Oh my god! But he can't like go around with that power.
He's like, I don't like you.
Yeah. Bye. So it's like you can't really do that. Or else it's like too much power, and it's like okay, next Avatar.
In your mind, what do you think is the most powerful element of all of Avatar? Most powerful, versatile element you think? Not necessarily which one you'd want, because many people would say like airbending because, freedom and stuff. But what's the most powerful, versatile, all-around good element?
So my thought process on this, is like, I was kind of thinking, okay, so like fire and air you can have anywhere, and then earth is a little bit more, you have to be like near the ground, but then you have metal, but then like, water is like you have like healing and blood bending, so it's like, I don't know, it just, because like pure amount that you can bend with, maybe earth, because like, there's like lava bending, and then there's metal bending, and then there's like actual just earth. No, but then
if you want to do pure amount you can bend with, you've got water bending, ice bending, plant bending, blood bending.
Yeah. So, okay, water's pretty versatile. Yeah, I'd say water.
I think it's water as well, because if you take the let's just say, air and fire can be anywhere, and water and earth, you have to have the substance. But if you take the quote killing potential, earth and water are pretty much the only ones that can actually just kill with like a strike, because water you can like solidify ice, and water you can like solidify ice and shoot it out, and you can like stab somebody through the heart. And earth you can like say crush somebody, but air you can kind of just blow them off a cliff, and fire you can give really bad burns, but it's not necessarily like an instant death sort of thing.
But lightning would be an instant death.
Yeah, the lightning aspect definitely. And I gotta let my dog out real quick. Just take it away.
Okay, I'm just gonna be here for a second talking real fast. I mean, like Avatar is a great show. Also, I want to go back to like General Zhao. I mean, in Korra, you know, he was like seen in the spirit world, but like whatever. Did you get to that in Korra? Yeah, well, when Korra was in the spirit world, they saw General Zhao.
Zhao was in the spirit world?
Admiral Zhao, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was in spirit world, like wandering like the fog that like you have to wander it endlessly. Yeah.
Okay, maybe your spirit does go to the spirit world.
Well, I mean, he did get dragged down to the spirit world.
Oh,
so it's
that's
like,
right. Okay, so there was probably like a spirit world
Yeah.
punishment thing.
Yeah. In general, I was there.
Is that your phone?
No.
Oh, okay. They probably couldn't even hear that. These are microphones that only capture sound right here.
Oh, cool. So it's been hearing me breathe this whole time.
Yes.
You do ASMR on this?
No.
Hmm.
No.
That was a stern no.
No. I enjoy ASMR when it's like tapping sounds and stuff because that helps me relax, concentrate, and fall asleep sometimes. But I don't enjoy like the mouth sounds and the whispering
funny.
and all that. I don't.
Honeycomb.
Yeah, no. Eating aloe and stuff like that. Absolutely not. Mac and cheese. No.
No ASMR for me.
You know, ASMR, ear kissing. No, that's
no ASMR.
definitely no.
No tapping. No food. No nothing.
Because my favorite ASMR artist is ASMR Zeitgeist, and he's a guy, and I prefer. I think like a man's voice is more relaxing because it's just like deeper and resonates, and it's not necessarily like that high pitch. And also, he doesn't do a lot of talking; it's mainly just the sounds, and he like layers sounds on top of each other, and it's very high production quality. And I've been a subscriber since he had like 100,000 subs, and now he's up to like 1 point something million, and I enjoy that ASMR, but definitely not the ear kissing and, licking and crap like that. I think that's gross and weird.
I don't see the attraction to any ASMR. None of it. No tapping, no talking. It's just, I don't find it relaxing to hear someone talking to me in a low like voice or even high voice, just any kind of voice. If I'm going to like be relaxed, it's either music or just being silent, you know?
It's not for everybody. That's okay.
Yeah. No, we have to fight about this now. We have differences. I hate you.
That's so many people nowadays. I want to jump right because I had to let the dog out. I want to jump right back to the elements. Let's just say air. Like air, you bend air.
You can fly.
You can fly, but you're still just bending air at that point. And also, you can like suffocate somebody that dude did. Zahir, yeah. And it's all cool, and I really would love to be an airbender because the movement and freedom and everything.
I mean, you're in like an Aang costume.
Yeah, I am. Heck yeah, I am. For the people watching on YouTube, I'm in my Avatar costume. I just didn't shave my head for this.
At school, he shaved his head.
Yeah, for Halloween, I shaved my head bald, big blue arrow.
Yeah, that was cool. And then your ex dress up as
Katara.
Fire Nation Katara. It all makes sense now.
When she was the painted lady.
Oh, that was so cool. Yeah, that's such a cool episode.
She worked hard on that outfit. She did really good.
I'm sure
she did very good.
Yeah, it looked really good.
And like that's air and earth. You've got earth bending, arguably glass bending, but like it was never confirmed. But if you think about it, probably because they can bend sand glass is just heated up sand.
Earthbenders?
Yeah, sandbenders are earthbenders.
For some reason, I thought they were like either air or earthbend.
Really?
Well, no. Okay, I kind of figured that they were earthbenders because there is no airbenders left. But I was like, at the time of watching it,
you mean like the sandbenders that were making the tornadoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
I kind of see that.
But that was like when I was first watching the show. But then I realized, no, there's no airbenders left.
They're earthbenders, yeah. It's just down to Aang. That's it.
Well, yeah, until Korra.
Yeah. And then Aang had kids, and then Korra did that dumb spirit world combination, and there was a bunch of airbenders suddenly.
And the main villain was an airbender now, so it's like...
Yeah, Zahir.
Yeah.
I really like how they did that. I enjoy how they did that, because Zahir is like an anarchist that... What was it? The Red Lotus? Is that the group he was in? They're supposed to like keep the Avatar in check or something like that. And Zahir was a badass airbender for sure.
Yeah, like he killed a lot of people.
True.
Yeah, almost like whooped Korra, but she had like the Avatar state and she was the Avatar, so it's kind of not fair. But
Yeah.
he almost did. That's all that matters.
You brought this question up to me at school at one point. You said with Aang's Avatar state we've also seen Korra's Avatar state. Which do you think was stronger? And at first I said Korra simply because the scenes were kind of more badass in the show. But then we both agreed, no, it's definitely Aang's Avatar state because, Aang would be nearly matched with somebody and he would get like triggered and, he'd almost die or emotional. And then he'd suddenly go God mode and destroy everybody. But Korra is like, she'd be getting beat up by somebody and then she'd use the Avatar state to sort of match their power.
But then still like near the end, start to get whooped again. I think a part that can contribute to that, is like in Korra, like she like severed the attachment to all past avatars.
Good job, Korra.
Yeah, it's like stupid
idiot.
Bitch. But yeah, so like I think that kind of Aang had every avatar, Korra had herself, and I don't know if she had Aang or not.
But I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's like. Yeah, I think even though before that happened, I don't think that she was as strong as Aang was in the Avatar state. Because Aang, pulled off these like magnificent like tasks of like into a giant sea monster. Or
he joined with the moon spirit, but yeah, still bad.
Yeah, it's like, or was it the ocean spirit? Or,
I think it was the moon spirit.
But the moon spirit died because Admiral Zhao.
Oh yeah, he fired it.
Yeah. It was either the ocean or the moon.
Ocean or moon, one of the two.
They like went together.
It would make sense. It was the ocean.
Yeah, because then Yue had to give her life. And
yeah, Yue had to become the moon spirit just to break up with Sokka.
Yeah, and then there's that like scene.
That was the biggest ghosting ever, literally.
Yeah, I think that was pretty cool though, and like she'll always be with them, and she will
in the sky,
like millions of. Hundreds of thousands. I don't know how many miles the moon is away.
If Sokka ever gets freaky with Toph underneath the moonlight.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Yue is watching, but like, we'll do it during the daytime, I guess, Yue is on the other side of the world. But, yeah. I mean, Yue she was like, I have to get married to this other guy. And like, so she kind of baited Sokka, because she was like, I like you, but I have to get married, sorry. But then, like, she turned into the moon.
I didn't really like Yue much.
I didn't like her either. I mean...
I didn't despise her. I just didn't... I didn't want to see more of her.
So you wanted her to die as a baby?
No. No.
You didn't want her dad to save her. I guess the moon spirit to save her. Yeah, I think that I think for the first season, she was a good character to add, but I don't think she would have necessarily been up to par with the other characters added in later seasons,
Yeah, all the other characters very in-depth. I love it.
And then she's like...
Except May.
She's like...
Yeah, you don't like May. She's goth. That's...
Yeah. Well,
she's goth and she throws knives.
Yeah, I don't hate goth people. I don't. I just think that May is... overly emo, and I think that's because she's like 15 so
yeah, they're teenagers.
Yeah, so it's like she's maybe going through that phase or whatever, but like I think that's cool that she could throw knives, but it's like you kind of your personality trait is your emo,
Yeah.
But,
and she matches Zuko in that sense. Not Zuko isn't necessarily emo, but he's all depressed and angry.
Yeah, but I've seen Zuko smile. Well, I've never seen May smile. I'm sure she has, but it's like
I think. Actually, I don't remember a time either.
Yeah. I mean...
I'm going to Google it right now.
I'm sure she has, just not as common as, everyone else. I guess that's a good balance with Ty Lee, though, who's, like, super cheery. And then there's her that's like, I hate life, and I want to die.
So everything that popped up is May from Overwatch.
Oh, I love Overwatch. Shout out. Love that game.
All right. Does May ever smile? Atla. I like how Avatar The Last Airbender is ATLA. So you can just say Atla or type Atla.
Yeah, but I still just say Avatar.
That's Ty Lee. It's not showing anything.
She maybe smiles in that brief scene.
Oh, she smiles.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kisses Zuko and then she rests on his chest. There's a few times where she slightly pops a smile when she's like leaning on Zuko's chest, but that's pretty much it.
And they didn't last long.
They broke up, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were together and then they broke up and then she did some for him and then they broke up and yeah. Zuko's just overall can't hold a girl. Poor Zuko. It's probably that disgusting face.
The skin peeling scar. Yeah. Disgusting. Can't relate. Get out of here.
This is one of my like favorite things about this. If you think about like something that could connect the different bending types, like clouds for water and air, and then possibly lava bending for like earth and fire. And what other ones could there be? Like possibly lava bending for earth and fire, clouds for water and air.
I mean, do we want to get to like a molecular level or
no? Because if you, I watched a show about this, not a show, but a thing on YouTube about this, and it explained it goes more by like a
metaphorical like element, like the
yeah,
boundaries.
I think it goes with like an Eastern old philosophy of like the elements and how they tie to life or something like, like some sort of Taoism thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he explained why they aren't molecularly based because if they were molecularly based, firebending is just controlling combustion and energy in the process. And so you could really control anything.
Yeah.
If you control energy. So yeah, it's more of just this makes sense.
Okay. Well, I mean, you could probably make the connection with ice and earth, water and earth for ice because it's like big chunks.
Mud.
That would
Yeah.
Yeah, because Toph bends mud.
Yeah, Toph bends mud. So does Katara.
Yeah, so mud is a pretty good one.
And then there's the argument of like flesh bending from earth. Because like you could bend the iron in the blood.
You literally
like
said
that.
not molecular level.
Yeah, I know, but like that's the argument there.
In part, like in half with flesh bending would be disgusting.
I fully agree with you. Water is the most overpowered one.
Yeah,
I think I'd be a water bender if I were to choose. But like, there's also the amazing aspect of like earth bending.
Yeah, I think I'd be an earthbender.
You can literally build anything you want. You can build anything you want. You've got amazing movement, and you're built like an earthbender. Like you're strong and sturdy, and that's how like an earthbender should be. I'm more built like an airbender or a waterbender.
Thank you for calling me strong.
You are. I guarantee you're stronger than me.
Okay. Yeah, it's carrying those bags to the old ladies' cars. That's like my gym regiment right there.
Oh, my gym shut down.
Oh, yeah,
you saw in my story, yeah. I was like, does anybody have a home gym I could use? Nobody responded.
No one responds to those. Like, you could be like, hey, I'm dying, I need help, and everyone's just, cool.
Because most people just tap through a bunch of stories.
I do that because I don't want to see, like, countless stories of, like, your party or, like, your concert. Like, I get it, it's fun, have fun at the concert, but, like, watch the concert,
I know. Did you see what I posted on my story about that?
I probably tapped through it.
It was a little while ago, and I saw somebody record an entire concert they were at, and I posted on my story, sort of in rebellion to them. Why does everybody record the concert they go to for Snapchat? Why don't you just enjoy the concert you paid for?
Yeah, like I'm 100% with people. Like I do this, that film like a song or not even a whole song, just like part of it, or like take a picture with your friend at the concert or whatever. But in the end, you did pay money to be there and see the person, not see it through another screen, So I get that. There's
people that do this the whole concert.
There's people that like with tripods that just record the concert, and like Adele even called a guy out on that, and I was like, yeah, that's
good for you, Adele.
Yeah,
good for you.
Good for you. And this was like a few years back, I think, but like good for you. If she's watching, good for you.
Adele, hit me up on Instagram, RootlessMindsPodcast. I'll do a podcast with you.
That would be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
she's British and she can rap Nicki Minaj.
I can't rap very well.
I mean, you're white.
Everybody would like to think they can, but I gotta admit I can't.
Yeah.
There's times where I just stumble over my words and it's just like saying simple things. And I'm like, well, there goes my dream of being a rapper.
Yeah, I'll just become something else.
I'll just enjoy Eminem rather than try to go along with him.
Well, like who can match Eminem though? Like his is,
Godzilla. that broke his own record.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Good for them. I mean,
it's amazing. Eminem, he's at the top, and he's not even like trying to beat other people. He's just trying to beat himself.
Which is like, I mean, that's the best thing you could do to self-improve.
Yeah, especially if you own the game.
Yeah, if you like already won, like if you're playing chess, who are you going to play against? Yourself.
Like Michael Phelps is just trying to beat himself right now.
Yeah, I mean, did he retire? I honestly have no clue.
I don't know.
Olympics, but
I don't.
My brother's a huge swimmer, so he'd probably be mad at me if I said anything.
I don't watch sports. The only sport I watch is UFC. I love watching UFC. Watch people beat the shit out of each other. It's amazing.
I mean, yeah, it's fun, but I don't really watch UFC. The only sport I can really get behind is baseball. Honestly, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's the worst one, but I think baseball is kind of entertaining. Mariners games are pretty great.
I'm on the other end. Like baseball is boring.
Yeah.
The only reason I'd watch baseball is if I were to go to a game just to socialize and eat the garlic fries.
Oh my God, those every time someone comes back in like a car with that, it just you can smell that they had it.
I love it.
Gross.
I love it.
I mean, I get it though; they taste good, but like, stop.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So baseball and Avatar.
It's May repellent. Because she's probably like some vampire or some shit. Get away from me, May.
Yeah, I don't.
She gives off the vampire vibes.
Vampires and Avatar. That's like a crazy concept.
Do you have any pets?
I have a dog. I have 2 dogs, Charlie and Echo, about 4-year-old labs.
Charlie and Echo. Aren't those
The Jurassic World raptors?
Yeah. Did you name them? Did your dad, mom name them?
I suggested the name and my family kind of agreed on it. So now they're Echo and Charlie.
Do you really like the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park?
I love Jurassic Park. It is my favorite movie like ever. I have all of them. Jurassic Park is probably above, like for like entertainment, above Avatar for me.
Really?
Yeah, I love the movies. I know a lot about them, you know.
My favorite thing, number one favorite show, movie, anything to watch is definitely Avatar. That's why
I'd say that. But entertainment, I'd say mine's Jurassic Park.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, because I kind of grew up. I kind of watched Avatar a little bit later in life because I remember so many people were talking about it. And I was like, I want to get into this. And then, I didn't watch it when it was first out. Well, of course, like I watched like The Great Divide, that episode. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I watched that because it was on Cartoon Network all the time when I was younger. But I kind of watched like as a series and enjoyed the series older than everyone else because it was kind of like freshman year in high school when I was like, I'm going to get into it. And I watched, I was like, I love this.
I'm on my 27th rewatch of the show.
God. I've only watched like 5 times.
You say only, but some people haven't even watched it once.
Yeah, and I'm like, who are you?
Drop everything. Hey, coronavirus is like putting your work to a halt. You got free time. Watch it.
Yeah, quarantine, just like watch it. I mean,
if you have Netflix, NordVPN, please sponsor me. Get NordVPN and then move your proxy thing to Canada and then watch Avatar on Netflix or just watch it illegally on the internet.
That's what I do, but I didn't know you could do that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know how to work a VPN, but my dad would figure it out probably. But
some like the free VPNs, Netflix like won't allow it because it'll say you're using a VPN, disable your VPN. But I'm pretty sure NordVPN is like so good that Netflix can't quote detect it or something like that. So
really
then you
go
can
into that sponsorship, huh?
Yeah, I'd love that. NordVPN, please sponsor me.
I'm sure they're a great company.
Yeah, I have NordVPN. I have it.
I don't have any need to be private and change my location, so hit me up.
Yeah, I watch a lot of things illegally on the internet, so I was like, yeah, I'll get a VPN. It was only like $3.89 a month or something like that.
You have to pay.
Yeah. It's not the free VPNs are the ones that you can use for simple stuff, but oftentimes it's at the time trial, or you can only select like Canada as your proxy and it's limited or stuff like that. But NordVPN, I'd use it.
Just move to Canada.
I'm on the internet all the time.
Yeah, just move to Canada.
Here, I'm going to go let the dog back in. Talk about your thrill of the Jurassic World. What makes you like this show so much?
Okay, I can do that. So, it's kind of like
dinosaurs have been like such a big part of my childhood growing up. Well, actually, I used to love animals a lot, but then kind of dinosaurs overstepped that when I was younger. And I think just seeing, the great CGI of like 1993, which is crazy because like Jurassic Park is so old, but it's like the CGI was amazing. And it's like seeing a giant T-Rex or a Brachiosaurus or the Velociraptors on screen was just like a huge part. And it was so exciting to see it, And it's like, I think
Take a breath.
Okay, I get excited during Jurassic Park. I love it so much. I have like this cool little case for all 3 movies, and like it looks like the gates that open up, and like you open it, and like the movies are in there, and I love it so much. And I like when I used to play trumpet, I used to like learn how to play fucking Jurassic Park theme song, and I used to have it as my ringtone. And it's like Jurassic Park is just like, it was just a huge part of my growing up, and I just love that movie. I love all 3 movies except the third one's kind of dumb, but like you can't have a perfect movie every time.
Yeah, yeah, like Korra. There's parts of Korra that I enjoy, but
yeah,
it's overall it's no Avatar: The Last Airbender. No.
I didn't like the fighting in Korra. I thought like all that punching was I thought it was cool, but it's like I kind of thought.
Yeah, they tried justifying it by saying it's like it's the new bending style, which is sort of understandable, but really, come on. Yeah, the previous one was more badass. Yeah, let's be real.
Because it's like you actually had to learn the techniques. You couldn't just punch and decide which element you wanted to come out. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, it was because you had to like learn stances, or like you had to like learn, how the energy works, so like redirecting, whatever, So it's like
each one had a very different style. Like water, you had to be very flowing and move the wrists and stuff. Air, you had to like
be loose,
whip around and shit. Earth, you had to be strong, sturdy base, immovable. And fire was like a lot of slashing and punching.
Yeah, like powerful kind of movements. And the core is just, I'm gonna punch and it's gonna be air. But yeah, I thought it was cool, but yeah, I thought like the physical fighting like scenes were like pretty badass. Like when Korra like whips Zahir down with the chain and like slams him on the ground. Or maybe you didn't get there because you're like, yeah. So okay, well,
I only watched 2 seasons, then I stopped.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I would just suffer through it and watch it all.
No,
you come on, just
no.
Okay. Well, like we could talk about this later, but like she like is in like a giant tornado and she just like whips him down to the ground like in a chain, and he just slams his face on like the rock. And I was like, that's well, they don't show it, but like because it's Nickelodeon, but they do. You can tell
but yeah, now that Netflix picked it up, you might get like more badass scenes like that.
I want
like people might be getting hit in the head with rocks.
Yeah, I want to see someone get like smushed, like Toph just smushed someone with a rock.
That'd be
so cool. I swear
like
I'm not messed up.
Presses on YouTube.
Yeah, you'll see like someone. But yeah, or like someone get like burnt alive, or someone like get like frozen in ice, or like stabbed with icicles. That'd be so cool to see, but like it would have to be like rated R.
Yeah, I'd say like TV 14 probably. That's probably going to be the rating they give.
Yeah,
TV
so
14.
Like some contact, but it's like they can't show someone like getting impaled.
Yeah, getting fucked with an icicle,
which like sucks. Like I'm not watching
for
it.
That.
I'm not watching this show now. It's over. Cancel. Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting.
I'm going to move back to dogs. How old are they?
They are 4 years old, and they're labs.
Are they? Did they come from the same litter?
Mm-hmm. They're sisters.
Sisters, cool. My dog's a girl too. Dana,
adorable.
I love it. Every time she walks by, you pet her.
Mm-hmm. I love dogs. Dogs are just like the best. Yeah.
Agreed. We jinxed that.
Because like, yeah, they're great. I love cats too. Well, I love this one cat I met. She was a total sweetheart, but
There's
a cat.
2 cats I've ever met that I'm like, this is the best cat ever. Mm-hmm. And other than that, cats are okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my story, you probably tapped through it, but there was a cat on it a little bit ago from this girl I was doing a project with, and she had a cat, and like it was such a sweetheart. Loved cuddling, loved being pet, but it was just so much cat hair. Like my car was full of cat hair. I had to get one of those lint rollers, and I was stuck with that cat hair. I opened my laptop the next day at class, and it's like there was cat hair in my laptop, and I was like, okay, great.
How did it get in there? Did you keep your lap? Was the cat doing the classic lay on the keyboard?
He lay on the keyboard, scratch his head on like the corner, and I was like, okay, I love you, but like this is gross. But yeah, so cats are cool, but dogs are just better. Big dogs specifically are the best.
I love big dogs, especially Dana isn't necessarily a big dog, but
yeah, like not like no 290.
yeah, she's in a little Chihuahua, and I love my dog Dana, but I can't deny that I would trade her away in a heartbeat for one of Avatar's unique animal combos.
Yeah.
And rather than coming up with completely new animals for the show, the creators decided to combine 2 animal types, and they supplied the world with very interesting creatures. Not only is there the famous platypus bear that shows up all the time, but there is also the less known scorpion bees. Those didn't show up in the show. Those were in the comics. And there's also the rattlesnake bats, also in the comics. Both are scary as hell. I'm going to task you with 2 species in the whole world. What 2 would you conjoin to make the best companion animal?
Companion. So, okay.
Not so like a badass defender, but companion
so
animal.
I can't say like a bug. Okay, I'm not. This isn't my answer, but like polar bear dogs, those are pretty amazing.
Those were cool. Yeah, Korra's polar bear dog.
Yeah, like I want that, but God, this is like there's a lot of animals.
Yeah,
like if you didn't know that, there's a lot of animals on this planet. I don't want to just say you're in silence, so like let me think really fast.
It's okay.
Okay, so there's silence.
I really do like the polar bear dog. That's an amazing thing because we all love dogs so much, and that's just a huge dog that's even more powerful.
Yeah,
and like you can literally lay on it. It's bigger than you.
I would have a raccoon bear.
A raccoon bear.
Yeah, it just like the size of a bear, but it looks like a raccoon.
Would it have any of the physical traits of a bear besides the size, or would it just be a giant raccoon?
To protect me, it could have the claws, I guess.
Okay, so like, because raccoons have those tiny little,
creepy little hands. No.
So you'd want like
bear paws,
basically a bear that like the face and shape of a raccoon, and like bear paws. Maybe like how raccoons have the fingers. Yeah. Maybe give it like slightly finger-esque thing so it could like grab and
okay. I don't want it grabbing, like typing and like no, I don't want I want it to have a raccoon tail. That would be that'd be really cool. That'd be cool. And like it has to have like those black markers on its face.
Definitely. That's the cutest part.
Yeah, because like raccoons are like I want a raccoon dog, but a raccoon bear is fine.
One of my favorite videos of raccoons on the internet is this raccoon. It's on a bed and it's jumping up and down, and then it like goes and it rolls backward and rolls off the bed. And it's such a simple thing, but it's so adorable to watch.
I have a friend. I'm just gonna say her name, Mackenzie. If you're watching, we send each other raccoon videos all the time, and it's like it brightens up my day because raccoons are just like North American pandas.
Yeah, my ex Jolie, the one that dressed up as Katara, she was obsessed with raccoons. And so whenever she found something raccoon on the internet, or whenever I found something raccoon on the internet, we'd send it to each other. She would do anything for a pet raccoon.
Oh, yeah, I would too.
I think at her aunt and uncle's house, they have like a forest in their backyard, and they have a bunch of raccoons that they feed every night. And that was her favorite part of going over there.
That's adorable. Yeah, raccoons. I would. Yeah, I agree with her.
You'd definitely get you'd love to be gifted a baby raccoon for a pet.
Okay. Yes, but like they are, still wild animals and they
not domesticated yet.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to completely change the nature of an animal, just because maybe if it was like, oh, this little guy's mom died and you need to take care of it, then yeah. But it's like, if I'm just like running to like a raccoon nest, I don't know if they have nests.
No, don't and just like don't steal the baby.
Like, chuck a raccoon out. And it's like, here you go, Sammy. I'm not taking that. But like,
trade it. Yeah, give it a quarter. Trade them out. They like shiny things.
Yeah, just like chuck a Beanie Baby in there and she'll think it's hers. I'll just grab the baby. I don't even know where raccoons. They like live in like those holes in trees and stuff.
Yeah, they live like up in trees and little dens, pretty much because they're like all around scavengers. They just do whatever they want, whenever they want, wherever they want. Kind of
life.
Yeah, that's life.
Yeah.
Spirit animal. I was gonna say my spirit animal is a raccoon, but my spirit animal is definitely a giraffe.
Okay, showing off. Okay.
The long neck. You've seen videos of giraffes fighting, right?
Yeah, just
slamming the necks together.
Because it's like, that shit must hurt.
Have you seen a giraffe with dwarfism?
That must be the cutest thing ever.
They exist. They actually exist. My dad showed me a photo. I was like, there's no way that's real. That has to be Photoshop. And then he showed me other photos of it. And I was like, holy crap, it's real.
That must be like,
That's an actual thing.
I would steal one. Like go to the like Sahara. Oh, no, they don't live in the desert. I'd go to Serengeti and like take one. Just find. I mean, I would explore for that. I mean, maybe after coronavirus. Oh,
It's
so
all
tiny.
short and stubby.
That's adorable. Oh my god, it's like its body size is like not good, but like I love it. He's doing his best.
You just like to watch him try.
Yeah, he's trying. That's all that matters, you know.
If you're on YouTube, I'll include a clip. I'll include a photo.
Wow, look at you, Mr. Editor.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I can drag and drop a photo.
That's more than I could do. I could use that Snapchat cut tool. That's the farthest of my editing experience.
I did that yesterday. I was reading you saw that story though, right? Where Sokka had his like crazy looking face.
Oh yeah.
And Aang was doing the weird lip thing.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean, okay, I probably didn't read it, but like I saw it.
Okay.
Because just gotta tap through them stories.
I don't really read or watch people's stories much. I only check Instagram like once or twice a day maybe, just to see if anybody messaged me, because I don't have notifications on. And to check my podcast one as well, to see if anybody messaged me to see if they want to do a podcast or something.
Oh, so people can like apply to do a podcast here.
Kind of, yeah. I had a former coworker text me. I was going to do one with her a Friday a long time ago, but then she canceled because she had to go to Oregon, she had to go to Oregon for like a family thing, spur of the moment. I was like, okay. But yeah, I think she's the only one that ever just like hit me up on Instagram. It's like, hey, let's do a podcast.
I got invited because I'm like a celebrity.
Yeah, you're that good.
I'm that good at like at Avatar. No,
I just wanted somebody else that loves the show as much as me.
Yeah, I mean, not many people know I really like the show. My close friends do, but like, I told my mom, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go talk about Avatar. She's like, do you watch that? She's like, it's like, it's not anime.
My parents definitely know I love the show.
I mean, yeah, you have that.
I'm dressed in it.
Yeah.
I've got the books. I've got the show. A Christmas gift to me for a long time ago was the show on disc.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like you just watch it whenever. I think I probably saw a story about that. Did you post anything about that?
I probably did.
Yeah.
It was a while, like
2-3.
But
like
Christmas
I remember
ago.
Avatar stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that sticks for me. I don't remember anything else. Math, out in one ear, out the other.
What's math?
Avatar: The Last Airbender. That hits the spot.
Yeah, Avatar's great. So
we've talked about Avatar and we've talked about Korra. And I'm going to say J.K. Rowling, this is sort of off topic, but I'll pull it back. J.K. Rowling pulled a doozy on the planet when she suddenly revealed Dumbledore being gay, even though there was no evidence of that in the Harry Potter stories. Like, she also said Hermione's black. And
she is.
She's not. There's a time in the story when they describe her pale skin. And you can't talk about Avatar without speaking on its sister show, The Legend of Korra, we've kind of been talking about as well. And the stunt it pulled on the last episode. In your opinion, what's your thoughts on Korra joining the PC culture in the last episode of the show when she was suddenly gay with no previous warning?
I think it came out of nowhere, but I think that there were a lot of ships with Asami.
I don't know the names. Okay. Like I said, long time ago.
Okay, I think that's her name. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But Asami, I think that, there was definitely ships with Korra and her, and like I think that
didn't she kiss that firebending guy?
Yeah, but so did many people. She could be bi. I think people say that she's bi.
Right.
Also, there's like a quote in like the show when someone's like are you like looking for something? And then she was like, oh, I'm, she was like, I'm bi-curious. Like she's talking about like shopping or something. And she said
she said
yeah,
I'm bi-curious.
But not in a sexual way. Like,
did she actually say I'm bi-curious?
I think so. I mean, I saw a meme of it, so, but don't trust memes. But
I don't know, that just doesn't sound like something they'd say in the show.
Yeah, but like, I think it was, kind of, she was like shopping for something else. And I don't know, I just, her voice saying that for some reason is in my head, but I don't know.
Okay.
But I think that there was a lot of subtle hints to her maybe, and
like the other girl kind of showing off that they were interested in each other, but I think it was kind of like a surprise. Like when I first watched Korra, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, where did that come from? I mean, it would have been fine if they just like held hands and went into the spirit world, but like kissed. And I'm like, cool. But like, why?
I'm completely fine with her being gay. I just wish it was that way from the start.
Yeah.
Because like if it that way from the start,
We don't know if it was. I mean,
oh well,
maybe she just wasn't interested in a girl from the start.
Yeah, possibly. But you know, it just gives off that vibe of like they're just trying
Like
they're just trying to be all PC about it.
Look at us. We have a gay character. Overwatch does that a lot. They release like 2 LGBTQ like characters, and they're like, look at it. Now pay us money for our game because they're gay.
And then there's the Pepsi ads that are like, oh, we like gay people, buy our Pepsi.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with gay people, but it's like, I don't want to keep bringing up my like English, but I actually wrote a paper on, you know, the media using transgender women as like kind of trophies to bring in more advertising, and I think that they do that with like a bunch of different like stereotypes and groups.
They're only doing that to increase their public persona.
Because like I don't think that they actually are like supporters of any of those like smaller minorities, but I think that they're like, look at us, we do support them, give us money. Like this person wears our jeans, so could you. Stop. You know, like
there's that Levi jeans, like we'll get there faster if we all move together, and it's just like a bunch of people of different looks and sizes and crap wearing Levi jeans, and that's the whole ad. And I'm like,
cool,
okay, thanks for the diversity ad, Levi.
Now I'm woke now because of that ad. Like, yeah, I think companies need to stop using minorities for monetary gain.
Yeah, it's weird, and because you get it, and I mean, if you look at it, it's like does that really increase how much you're selling? If it does, I mean, good on you. But majority of, you know, civilized, independent thinking people are like, what the hell are you doing?
It's like, why does like, you know, like bleach have anything to do with like gay people? Like, why is there like a gay couple using bleach? Why is that so special? You know, I haven't seen a commercial of them, but it's like, it's completely unrandom. It's completely random, like things being used by minorities, and it's like, look at them using it. Wow, it's like, I don't think they need to be.
I think in the case of like advertisements used to always show like, you know, a husband comes home to work to his wife using Lysol wipes, and like that's the whole ad. Wow, like it doesn't bother me at all if they just switch that to like a husband comes home to work to his husband using Lysol wipes. Yeah. Oh well. But matter. Like then
they just like shove it.
There's ones that are just like, it's just like naturally, that's an advertisement. It's just, you know, there's a transgender person there. Oh well. And then there's also, like I said, the whole woke advertising, and that's what like the real confusion issue thing is. It's like Pepsi and Kylie Jenner, the Pepsi Kylie Jenner ads.
I don't watch much TV.
Yeah, I think Kylie Jenner was like marching with a bunch of people, and there was like, I think there was police officers and then like black people, and they're like looking at each other, and then Kylie Jenner like intervened with a Pepsi or something, and then they were all friends, and I was like, what?
Okay, subtle message.
I don't keep up on the Kardashians at all. I just know 2 of the names, Kim and Kylie.
Kim, Kylie, and Caitlyn.
Oh, Caitlyn. Okay.
Kim. Yeah, so the Kardashians. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, and all the memes and stuff during Pride Month of like companies that have showed no support to like, you know, anyone in like LGBT, like no support whatsoever. But then Pride Month comes around and they're like just so much like pride, but it's like cool, but you didn't show support the rest of the year, you know? So it's like you're just doing this for like ad.
I've talked to people previously. What's your opinion on, like, you don't have to say like, oh, it's good or bad. Just
that's kind of what the opinion is.
No, just to like talk about it in general. Like it used to be like LG, lesbian, gay, and there was LGB, lesbian, bisexual. Those are all sexualities. And then transsexual jumped on, LGBT. Transsexual is like a guy born a woman, woman born a guy, etc. Switching that around. And it went from sexuality to like transsexual, and then it grew from there. Now it's like LGBTQAIP plus, and the P at the end is pedosexual. Yeah, that's the face you made is exactly right, because when it used to be LG and then it was LGB and then it was LGBT, from there I literally told my dad, this is a long time ago. I remember sitting on the couch. I said, pedophiles are going to try to jump onto this. They're going to try their best to jump onto this eventually. And it's grown, and now pedophiles are trying to say like love at all ages and stuff.
Yeah, TikTok pedophiles.
TikTok pedophiles?
There's
is that a thing?
Tons of them. Like so many old men on TikTok trying to get at like younger women. But yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer like what you asked me.
Yeah.
I think in general it's great that they're including many other people, but in like many other sexualities and gender expression. But I think that there is an extent where it kind of if it affects like moral code, morality, and it affects that, and then there's also like it affects laws. Like there's laws for a reason. A minor shouldn't be with someone over the age of 18, and it's like, well, I guess like unless you're like 17. Yeah. So
Yeah, I think in Washington it's like you have to be the age of consent to 16, and you have to be within 3 years of each other.
So I think that it's fine that they're including many other like expressions and stuff, but I think it's like you have to take into consideration laws, because laws are laws. Like you can fight them all you want, but they are made to protect people, So it's like, if you're a 40-year-old dude and you identify as pedosexual, is that the
pedosexual? Yeah.
I haven't heard of this personally, but if you identify as that, then and you're going after like a 12-year-old girl, you can't do that. You're still breaking laws and you're still going to get arrested, So I think that they should maybe limit I guess you can't really put a limit on people, because then that's kind of breaks the line of what can't you limit, I don't know. It's an interesting topic. I think
pedosexual is very wrong. I think once you hit 18, you're an adult, and if this 18-year-old girl or guy wants to get with this 70-year-old millionaire, go for it. You're an adult. But like before that, I think keeping the current laws is definitely, I think that should definitely stay.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if this is the same in every state, but I think that whole, you got to be the age of consent and within 3 years, I think that is a good law to keep. I think that's very helpful and useful. Trying to keep, pedophiles from taking advantage of kids.
Because, it also goes to like the kids they shouldn't know what they want sexually yet.
Definitely not.
Yeah, they're not old enough to be exposed to that kind of, well, I guess, it's based on a parent to decide when they're exposed to it. But I think it's like the kid shouldn't be in a relationship at like, a young age with someone that's so much older that's already sexually mature,
Definitely not.
I think that should be limited, but I think it should be limited by the laws that are already in place.
Agreed. I agree. Fully agree. I didn't think talking about Korra being gay would get to pedophiles.
Korra is a pedophile.
Confirmed. You heard it here.
End statement.
That's it. Yeah. That's a wrap.
Bye, guys.
We talked about the Netflix live action show.
Chickens?
We have chickens, yeah.
Bees? What the fuck?
We have chickens. We have bees. We used to have rats. We have snakes in the back. Do you like snakes?
I mean, they're not bad. I'm not like scared of snakes, but I don't have any snakes.
Afterwards, I'll let you hold one of the snakes. They're cool.
I can't wait to die. No,
they're not venomous.
Yeah, no.
And they're constrictors, but they're ball pythons, so they're definitely not strong enough to do anything to you.
Yeah,
they do have fangs, but the only fangs they have are like very tiny stubs, just to keep the rat from like slipping out of their mouth when they're eating the rat. So if they do happen to bite you, which I guarantee they won't, I've never been bitten in the many years they've been here. It'll just be like a little pinch, just like a very tiny pinch.
Yeah, I've had like friend snakes, on me and stuff. I'm not like terrified of snakes, but it's like, yeah.
Do you know Justin?
Potter?
Potter. Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a snake.
Oh yeah.
Did you hold his snake?
No.
I've never held his. I've never hung out with him outside of school.
Yeah, me
but
neither. I've seen he works at. They work at
Route 21, I think.
Route 21, and is that a chicken?
Yeah, that's the rooster in the back. I don't think they can.
Well, there's a rooster.
Yeah, throwing Sammy off.
Yeah, but yeah, I've seen them at work, and I've seen them like you know, around like town and stuff, but I haven't really hung out with them outside of school.
With Netflix opening the gates of, I'm just skipping right past that. With Netflix opening the gates of Avatar the Universe by working on a live action show, some people also desire another animated series to be created. Now, Avatar has already gone forward and made a sequel, The Legend of Korra, leaving only other way to go, backwards, for a prequel. What would be the main character and plot of this Blastang's past in your mind?
I want it to be Kyoshi.
It doesn't necessarily have to be an avatar.
What?
It could be like, it could be just like a Fire Lord or an Earthbender growing up in that universe. Anything like that. It could be anything in the universe. What do you think? You could stick with an avatar too.
Yeah, I think an avatar would be the easy answer to go with because you know you can write a story.
There's
about
a book on Kyoshi, and Kyoshi's badass.
She is. She's like 7 feet tall or something.
Yeah,
it's
she's
insane.
Super tall, powerful woman.
But like, I really enjoyed the part of Korra where they went to the first Avatar. I thought that was cool. But
I loved that.
Yeah,
I loved that.
And I thought it was like really cool to see. But you know, they already kind of did it, so maybe not having a whole show based on it. But I don't know. I think it would be. I think that they should go far enough back where this won't like change any of thing, you know, with like the modern, like they can't like, you know, say, oh, this avatar and this Fire Lord are best friends, but then like it completely ruins like the past, you know, or like the future. So I think they should go far enough back, and maybe they could have like what the world was like when it was just 4 nations and they weren't at war, you know, and it was like when like all the powers, like the chief of the water tribe and like the Fire Lord and like Earth King or Queen and then like the Avatar all had equal power, that like, you know, I kind of think that would be cool to see that kind of what the world was like before, you know?
Definitely. Because yeah, like there's sometimes Aang gets a flashback. Somebody at the door.
Did they hear that?
Yeah, they definitely heard that. I'll be back.
Ding dong. Someone's at the door. Yeah, that's not. You should stop.
I hugged him and I'm like, sorry, I'm not supposed to do that anymore.
Yeah, you should stop hugging people. That's that's legit how you get corona. Self-isolation has been great though, because I haven't changed anything I do.
She probably shouldn't be out and about.
Yeah. We don't want that boomer remover. But
that still got me. All right, we're back. We are back. Yeah, the thing about the thing about them doing the first Avatar thing is in the show, like the Avatar, rather than the Legend of Korra when they talked about that first Avatar. In the show, the Avatar: The Last Airbender, they talked about bending being learned from like the dragons and badger moles and the moon and air bison. And they said that's how benders came into fruition. But in The Legend of Korra, they say bending was gifted by the lion turtles.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
So I enjoy both. I really enjoyed The Legend of Korra show. I really enjoyed how it did that thing. But also it just didn't follow.
In continuity between the shows.
Yeah, didn't follow, and that bothered me about it, because like there's many things about Korra I didn't like, and one of them is like they didn't match that same thing. I enjoyed what they did with that specific aspect.
Oh yeah,
I thought that story was great. I honestly think that's the best part of Korra.
Definitely,
but it didn't match, because weren't like the 2 first Earthbenders the lovers that like they were kept apart. And they had the mountain episode. This was like The Last Airbender.
Yeah, I didn't get that episode. I watched it, but I didn't really understand what they meant by that.
Yeah, I think the story was they were like they had a mountain between them, and they were lovers, and it was like a Romeo and Juliet situation where they weren't supposed to be together, And so they learned from the badger moles to like bend holes into the mountain so they could meet each other. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And then like I think Katara or somebody in the North Pole, they say that the first waterbenders learned waterbending from like pushing and pulling the water, like the moon, and then firebenders, they were from those two dragons that we saw Zuko and Aang talk to.
Pretty cool episode.
And then airbending is just learning it from the air bison. And I like that, but also I do think the Legend of Korra version is much cooler.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense too.
It makes more sense, yeah, because then you've got that big lion turtle. That, do you know which element that lion turtle was in Avatar? It makes sense if it was water.
Yeah, it's
because it was swimming around in the water.
Yeah. I have no clue. Can you tell them apart? I didn't know if they had any like. Oh, I guess because like in Korra, wasn't the air one flying?
The air one was flying, yeah.
So this one was swimming. So, but then why would it be water? I don't know.
It might have been fire because I think around his eyes he had like big, like that cool fire eyebrow thing. I'll look it up. At lion turtle. See, that's another animal combo that's so cool. Lion and turtle.
But they're like huge, not the size of either. So
they're
it's like
huge and mystical and spiritual and magical.
Like they are basically gods.
Pretty much. Lion turtles are badass. I'd want a pet lion turtle.
I think you would be the pet in that scenario. Because
I'd be the pet.
Come sit to a giant, island of a beast, telling it like commands.
No, it doesn't have those like eyebrows I was talking about. I don't know. I'd assume water because it's swimming around in the water. But other than that, no, it doesn't have. I don't think it says it's the fire lion turtle or anything like that.
Yeah, maybe that when they did that episode is before they had the idea of lion turtles being separated into
the four of them.
The four elements, yeah.
Yeah, you think about it too. There is only 4 lion turtles. Would there be more? Or like back when, let's say, lion turtles were like the ruling species of the planet, would there be like a plethora of lion turtles?
I think it's possible, but then that would basically just be like the 4 elements separated again, but by lion turtles,
That's true. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to go back that far and think about all the lion turtles.
Yeah.
And all the cool crap that was going on. Oh, this person has a lion turtle tattoo.
Oh,
okay, cool. So this is showing the lion turtle in the first Avatar's show. He's got like on the center of his eyebrow, he's got little curlies, and then it like swishes out, and that forms his eyebrow. And this lion turtle is the fire lion turtle that gifted the first Avatar his ability to bend. And if you look at the lion turtle that Aang is talking to, he's also got those eyebrows. So maybe it's the fire one, or maybe all of them have those eyebrows. I don't know. I'll look afterwards, after we're done. I'll look up an explanation probably. Yeah. Somebody's probably got it on YouTube.
Someone, somewhere, yeah.
There's entire YouTube channels dedicated to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And
crazy.
I watch them all.
I'm subscribed to literally every one of them.
There's a Hello Future Me.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, he's like that British guy. Right?
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, I think he's got the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, All Hail Mishka. I think that's what he says.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of him.
Lord Mishka. The lion turtles are badass. I wish I had a lion turtle, or a lion turtle had me.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a pet to a giant island. My favorite. But yeah, lion turtles are cool. But I think that they kind of retconned the idea of lion turtles in Korra, and I think I personally enjoy the Korra definition of how the Avatar got.
I enjoy that. Yeah, I prefer that. It's just it doesn't make sense canonically, but I do prefer it.
I think you can take it in a way that they got the bending from the lion turtles, but then they actually learned from the animals in Moon and stuff,
Possibly.
I mean, I'm just trying to make them connect in some way.
In the Legend of Korra, they got the spirit world and the human world were one world. They weren't separated, and it was too dangerous for the humans to.
So Korra does it again.
Yeah, it's too dangerous for humans to live out amongst the spirits, and so they lived on the backs of the lion turtles, and they whenever they were to go out and pillage for food and collect and go hunting and anything like that, the lion turtles would gift them the bending so they could go out and do stuff, and then when they came back, the lion turtle would take the bending back.
Yeah,
and that's how the Avatar got the fire bending. He was doing a bunch of stuff. Very simple explanation is the lion turtle gifted him bending so he could survive out there, and he said, "Don't come back." And so he went out there, and you watched it. Yeah, you watched it.
Yeah.
What was it? Ra and the two spirits.
Oh, the light and dark. Spirit? Yeah, Ra and the other one.
I don't know either.
I'm sure if I thought about it for a while, I could name it. But yeah, he stumbled upon them fighting, and he tried to stop it, but the dark one got too powerful, and then so they had to to beat the dark spirit, they had to combine with the light spirit, and that's kind of how the Avatar has the light spirit in it, and then they trapped it in the tree. And then stupid ass Korra.
That was the most simplified version ever.
I mean,
for somebody that didn't watch anything, they're like, they got the bending, and then they separated, then they combined, and then they trapped him in a tree.
And then stupid ass Korra let him out. I mean, like, there's Avatar for you,
The last show, the Last Airbender was amazing because, it was from start to finish, it was planned out meticulously.
Mm-hmm.
And The Legend of Korra just wasn't that way.
Yeah, no, it seemed...
It just continued on, and eventually it got to who has the bigger laser. And
yeah, exactly.
That was so annoying.
That's like, there was no skill. It's like, oh, your spirit chest laser's big? Well, mine's bigger. I win. It's like, what are you doing?
They're instead of comparing dick sizes, they're comparing spirit chest lasers.
Korra, like, she's hung, but...
Korra's a big dick boy. What's your comment on that? Sammy, spit it out.
No comment, but she got big dick energy. But
for sure.
Yeah, Korra's
she's got
cool.
abs to show.
Yeah, Korra's cool.
Damn.
But yeah, so I think just going to the fighting and the style of it, I think that Aang had to like think out his enemy and think how to beat him, Korra just... She didn't do much. She kind of just let the spirit take over, and
yeah,
I win.
And she was a giant. Was she purple or blue? She was blue. The other one was purple, right?
Purple, red, yeah.
Yeah, she's giant blue Korra with like Rava's.
Mm-hmm. Rava, yeah.
Yeah, it's Rava and Vatu.
Oh yeah, Ko's the face stealer.
Ko the face stealer, yeah. He stole. Didn't he steal the water benders?
Like Avatar,
yeah.
Whatever.
Because like. He stole his wife's face, and then he went to get it back or something like that, and then he stole his face.
Lovely.
And Aang encountered that spirit and almost got his face stolen. Because he's like, wow, really? And then that centipede thing swung around, and thank you.
That scared me. That...
Don't feel Aang's face.
There was a few episodes in Avatar that kind of scared me.
Do you know why Aang's tattoos glow?
I do not.
It's because they're along the chi paths.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So many people didn't know, and I didn't know until I watched a YouTube video breaking down some things, and they mentioned that. And they said that, how Combustion Man has that symbol on his forehead?
Yeah.
If there was an avatar that had the combustion ability and that symbol on their forehead, that tattoo would glow because it's on the chi path.
That'd be pretty cool.
And so, like, if you had a tattoo on your like right chest, like your right or left pec, it wouldn't show because it's not on a chi path. But if it's along, the back of the arm, the spine, over the head, and like the back of the legs to the top of the feet, those are the chi paths, it would glow.
That's cool. I mean,
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It's amazing. Because like we all wondered why the heck the tattoos are glowing. Like if he had a bunch of decorations all over his body, would they all glow? Or it was kind of confusing, but it makes sense because they're along the chi paths.
Yeah, I think the glow was like one of the coolest parts.
The glow is definitely the coolest parts. I'm glad they chose the Airbender to do this. Show on, because if they were to choose anybody else, the eyes would glow and like the mouth sometimes, but
it's just so much cooler to see like
the entire body glow,
like,
a giant blue arrow on your forehead glowing.
It's like that's way more intimidating, and it's something people can get behind besides just like Korra, because like Korra's eyes would glow, but then they would like go back because she had control of the avatar state, So it's like,
even though she didn't earn it.
No, she didn't, but she got it. I mean, there's not much to earn because she severed the path, but like,
yeah.
So it's like she kind of messed everything up, but she won because her laser.
Yeah, big ass laser on my chest. Kapow!
Kapow! You lost. Next.
Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Okay, well, there's one of the 7 deadly sins is gluttony, and there's a point where like his chest and stomach open up to reveal like it's like a vertical mouth, and it like opens up, and there's an eye inside that like sucks everything in. And there was like an eye on Korra's chest, and that always reminds me of Gluttony's big chest monster thing.
I mean, yeah,
they look just like each other. They don't.
Okay, I was like, do they? I have no evidence.
There's an eye on the chest. That's the only similarity. But I always think of that whenever that crap pulls up. Plus, the enemies in Korra. This is just turned into bashing on Korra.
Well, yeah, but like everyone does that because Korra's not as good.
The enemies in Korra, they're all just faceless enemies that Korra beats and then never sees again. And there's those people on the bikes with like the electric hands or something like that, and they've got the chi blocking.
Oh yeah, that's like season 1 or whatever.
Yeah, and she's just fighting a bunch of nameless, faceless enemies.
Yeah,
just like street brawling. But in Avatar: The Last Airbender, you've got Azula, and you've got Zuko, and you've got General
Zhao.
Yeah, General Zhao. You've got Ozai. You've got the Rough Rhinos. You've got all those.
Oh, those are like those are the people.
Yeah,
on those like thingies. Those things are pretty cool. But
those are rhino iguanas, something like that.
They look like that, so probably.
Yeah, it's mentioned in one of the comics.
Yeah.
This little kid's got a little stuffed animal of it, and Aang says the name, but I don't remember.
Yeah. So as you're saying, like the villains in Korra are like, I think that they kind of went for something that's a little bit less important to the overall plot of Korra, because it's like Aang, there's like one main villain and some smaller ones, but then Korra, each new season is like a new person she has to defeat, and I think they kind of went for that kind of normal TV show thing, so it's not like you don't have to.
I think didn't they only have the first season planned, and from there they were just going.
I mean, from watching it, seems like it, but I don't know. Yeah. I can't tell you that.
I gotta admit that first season enemy, he was really cool. He's the bloodbender.
Oh yeah,
he stole the bending of the people, and that was amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
But then he was gone, and other enemies came in.
Didn't like his brother kill himself and him at the end? Like with the electric hand and the boat, and then they both died.
Maybe.
I
thought he escaped.
Well, they both escaped on a boat, but then like he killed himself and his brother.
I have no idea. Didn't Korra only have airbending at that point?
Oh yeah, because she like didn't have it, and he took her bending away, and then she like learned it and punched air.
Yeah, they were in a hallway, and she's and she threw her fist, and then air came out.
Yeah. Character development.
Wow.
Aang had to spend, long time training for all the other like elements, and it was hard for him. Korra
literally just gets it.
Yeah.
When she was a little kid, she knew 3 of them.
Yeah.
She knew water, fire, and earth. And then she couldn't do air at all. And then suddenly, when the 3 were taken away, she suddenly had air. You watched Aang struggle trying to learn earth.
Yeah.
Him and Toph on the mountain, and Toph was rolling boulders at him and all that stuff. Yeah. Aang struggled.
He did, because and that's, gave character development. It gave like a story. It gave him a reason to keep practicing, Korra, I'm a master. Like, whatever. That doesn't matter.
As a little kid.
Yeah.
I'm the Avatar, master of all 4 elements. And she like picks up an earth rock. She picks up a rock and throws it. She fire slashes and it catches the dude's like jacket on fire, and then she takes a little puddle of water and puts it out. That's the whole scene. And then it suddenly switches to her as a teenager, already mastering those three, and it just skipped that whole part. That was like the best part.
Yeah, that's like the whole, like the
That's
books
the whole
are named
point.
after the elements.
I think it's called the Avatar. It's like the Avatar mission, Avatar story. It's the thing the Avatar has to do.
Yeah.
They have to go find a master of one of the elements, and they have to learn from said master.
Yeah.
That's why Aang was such an amazing earthbender, because he had Toph, the best earthbender ever.
Yeah, and then Korra just had people they brought in.
Oh, there was I saw this on YouTube. This is going to be in one of the comics I'm reading. And there's a time when Toph and Boomy get into an earthbending fight.
Wow.
That wasn't included in the show, but it's in the comics. And I would have loved to see that.
Cool. Yeah, like two of the best earthbenders ever.
Yeah.
Going head to
Because
head.
Boomy's an amazing earthbender, but not necessarily like Toph's an amazing earth and metal bender and all that. But there's times when, you know how Boomy, he like had to use everything to like lift a giant rock.
Oh, yeah.
Toph kind of like was throwing giant rocks for breakfast.
Yeah, I mean,
So I think
old.
Toph would probably win.
Oh, yeah, she'd win.
Boomy was still alive in the Korra. Boomy's freaking,
Oh, my God.
the dude's, he doesn't die.
Yeah, like, what?
It's all that rock candy he's eating.
Yeah, like, Katara was like an old lady in Korra, and then she was like young when Boomy was an old man. What the hell is that?
Boomy was a white-haired old man when Katara was 14.
Yeah, so, well, good for him.
Yeah.
He's doing like Pilates and
He's doing Pilates and yoga. They don't have stem cell injections back then.
no, but it's probably the rock.
They've got cabbage.
The cabbage. That's
Cabbage
cabbage
Man.
keeps you young.
I might dress up as Cabbage Man next Halloween.
Are you gonna have a bear? No, the bear's not his. The bear
No.
just eats his cabbage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The platypus bear.
the platypus bear. That was funny when they had the Earth Kingdom, or the Earth King just had a bear. And
Yeah. It's like, is it a platypus bear? And they listed off a bunch of other
Yeah.
bears it could be.
no,
No, just a bear.
yeah, it was funny because it's like wow.
Okay.
Fucking weird.
It's because all the majority of the animals are animal combos rather than just normal animals that we know. I think that's cool.
Yeah, because it like gives it a whole new.
The most badass animal in your eyes, what combo would that be? Most badass animal combo.
Most badass in Avatar or like
Something you create yourself.
oh my god.
Because I gotta say, rattlesnake bats and scorpion bees, those are pretty freaking insane.
Yeah, wow. Can you imagine being like stung by a scorpion bee?
Yeah,
Yeah, can you imagine that?
it's like a bee with a scorpion tail. That's exactly how it's depicted.
So yeah, because it wouldn't die then, because it doesn't have the same stinger, so it could sting you like over and over. That's terrifying.
I don't know if it has the pinchers, but I know it has the tail.
I mean, yeah, it's like the biggest part of a scorpion
Yeah.
that most people know. I love bees. They're pretty.
We got bees right here.
I'm not gonna go touch them, but I love them.
Are you allergic?
No, but I don't want to. I just don't want to.
You can like. Okay, I was gonna say you can go kick a hive. If you kick the hive, they'd be mad.
Yeah, I'm not
but you
gonna
can
do that.
definitely walk around through there, and they don't bother you at all. They're perfectly fine. I've only ever been stung once because I was out there all day taking photos of them with my close-up lens.
I am.
And then just one of them decided to be a dick, and he was like ramming himself into my forehead. So I flicked him off, and then he stung my forehead. And all the others didn't care. It was just that one deciding to like PMS on me.
Day. Yeah, bees are cool, but I respect their distance because I don't want to.
You want to hold the chicken?
I'm good.
Okay, holding the chickens is cool. We've got a chicken. Her name is Red. She's the friendliest chicken in the world. You can just walk up, pick her up, put her on her hand. She'll lay down. She's the friendliest chicken ever.
So I'm like at a petting zoo now with like snakes and bees and dogs and chickens. My neighbors have chickens and they flew into my backyard and my dog ate it.
You said that just so catchy. My neighbors had chicken. They flew into my backyard and my dog ate it.
Yeah, we felt
It
bad.
died.
Yeah, it died. We felt bad. So
Big dead.
my mom asked how much is a chicken because we wanted to pay them back for the chicken, but like they said no, it's fine, just like maybe a pizza sometime. So my mom got him a Domino's gift card.
For a chicken.
That's a terrible trade.
Yeah.
Because whenever our chickens get too old and they stop laying eggs, we butcher them, and
Wow, that's
chicken meat is delicious.
Yeah.
Not like store-bought chicken. It's like it's okay, but real chicken.
But chicken nuggets from Burger King.
Oh, I love chicken nuggets. Give me like 100 McDonald's chicken nuggets.
McDonald's are the best, but they're expensive.
What do you can't you get like 50 for $10?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna look at how much
You can get 100 for 10 at Burger King because it's $1.49.
Do McDonald's nuggets cost?
I bet Aang would have
Food
loved
size
nuggets.
price. Chicken McNuggets 10 piece is wow, it's only 20 more cents to double it because you can get a 20 piece for $5. 20 McNuggets for $5.
20 McDonald's $5, and then that's what I don't want to do math. So I'm not gonna embarrass myself with math. Yeah, so $5 and
I'm out of high school. It's in the past. I don't want to do it anymore.
yeah, I mean I hate math. But yeah.
In school, I've always been good at solving problems, not memorizing things. So geography, history, all that stuff, it just right over my head. I suck at just pure memorization. But like robotics and science and math, I strived at. I was very good at because I enjoy solving problems. I'm crap at pure memorization. It's one of the reasons I'm so bad with names.
Oh yeah.
Horrendous with names.
I'm the exact opposite. History and geography, like, they do it for me. Those were the classes I excelled at, but then math and chemistry and science is just in general, it's just not, I was good at math until about 5th grade. Then they added like letters and it's like, nope.
As soon as they added letters,
I'm out. But yeah, so it's like math is not the move, it's history or nothing. Or geography too.
You think Aang's good at math?
He knows how to solve problems. I think he's good at everything. That's my answer.
He's not a good at father. Yeah, that would they. Unfortunately, I don't want. He had 3 kids, and was it Tenzin was the Airbender? He dedicated all of his time to Tenzin.
Oh, yeah.
So Tenzin could continue the Airbender lineage. And the other one was a waterbender. Katara dedicated all her time to her. And then there was the third one, which I don't know the name of. Boomy, yeah.
Boomy.
Boomy was the first child. He's the oldest one, but he was the most immature and childish because he had to do things to get his parents' attention because they were always dedicated to the other children.
Well, that's sad, but it makes sense.
Unfortunately, even our favorite characters, they could be the most amazing hero, but a terrible father.
Yeah, I mean,
it's unfortunate to think about. It really is.
But like Tenzin is the most important because like if he died, Airbenders are out.
Yeah, Airbenders are out. Done. I don't know why Aang and Katara didn't just go at it and just pump them out like rabbits. Because you're literally
gene
the
pool of the average. I guess
you're the only Airbender. I would have got a wife to be like, hey, we're gonna have a lot of kids, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the only Airbender. We're gonna have a lot of children.
And then if they're not Airbenders, they can go to the side. Useless, trash.
Put them up for adoption if they don't show airbending skills by the age of 3.
Okay. Can you airbend? No. Bye.
Bye, Felicia. This bitch empty.
Oh my god, just eat a baby.
He can't. He's an airbender.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Just eat a baby across the freaking. Oh my god. That's awful.
One of the key features that made this so jam-packed with endless quality is the fact that the creators wrote it out start to finish, unlike Korra.
Bash and Korra.
I always enjoy watching the show, and every time I shed a tear when it joins the list of good things that come to an end. If you were given the power to create the fandom's dreams of seeing an adult team Avatar show, what is something you would write into these characters' grown-up lives simply to please yourself?
I would explore Toph and her,
Her love
daddies. I would explore that because I think that a lot of people want to see that, and I think it's interesting to know who her kids are because her kids are like such a big part in Korra.
Yeah, Toph's amazing. There's that scene on the Fire Nation blimps where she runs into the metal door, and it wraps around her, and she's a fully encased metal thing.
What are you gonna do?
She's just beating the shit out of these firebenders.
Yeah,
Toph's a badass. We need to see more Toph.
Yeah, some more Toph. I would probably explore also Katara and like Sokka's development throughout being older because when they're younger and they didn't have their father, it's kind of different because it's like there's Sokka's in charge because he's older, but then like when they're both of age and Katara is like such a powerful waterbender, does Sokka still have that superiority over her? So I think that'd be a cool thing to dive into. See like, is Sokka still telling her what to do? Is she still listening?
Sokka's change throughout the show is amazing because at the start he was always funny, and I really enjoyed that. Funny, zany, having fun guy, but he also really wanted to be a good leader and like a man. And at the start he wasn't necessarily a good leader, strong man, or anything like that, but he definitely grew into that role because he coordinated the entire attack on the Fire Lord.
The Day of Black Sun.
Yeah, the Day of Black Sun.
It didn't work.
It didn't, unfortunately, because they already knew because the stupid Earth King gave it away. Fucking idiot.
Wish he got suffocated. Dumb bitch.
And you really see Sokka grow into that. And I would have loved to see Sokka grow into that even further. Like he could have been like some amazing war general of the entire damn world. Yeah. But still been a goofy old guy.
Yeah. But like when it got down to it, yeah.
Very true. And Aang's trips with his son, Tenzin, that would have been awesome too.
Cool scene.
I would have loved to see, because he has to teach Tenzin the ways of the airbenders, but also, come on, Aang's a fun-loving, playful guy. He would have taken plenty of side trips and, rode the giant kois and rode the backs of the
Unagi.
I think it's like the tiger monkeys or something like that.
I was thinking of Unagi, but whatever.
Unagi?
Yeah, isn't that thing in Kyoshi Island?
Oh, that's what its name is? Unagi?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. It was a giant water dragon, basically.
Yeah.
Which is badass.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another one of those in
the
Serpent's Pass?
Yeah, but I think I don't know what the name of that was.
Me neither. Me neither. I want to watch the show so bad. I've got it on Blu-ray. You just watch it illegally on the internet, don't you?
No. Yeah. I would never. Yeah, I do.
Here, let me see if I can auditorily wink. Did you hear that?
I heard it, yeah. You just winked into
I just
the mic.
winked onto the microphone.
But yeah, I use Kiss Cartoon, sponsor me.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
But yeah, I use that to watch Avatar.
I don't think Kiss Cartoon sponsors people.
Do it. Sponsor me.
I'm pretty sure they're probably an illegal website.
I don't care.
Think they want to be sponsoring people.
Do it.
Yeah, I use Kiss Cartoon whenever I want to watch it just on my phone, and I use the proxy because illegal website. You got all those pop-up ads. You might accidentally
relate.
Play. I don't want some viruses or stealing my information.
My phone already has tons of viruses. It's fine.
I'm proud of it.
Yeah, I'm proud of it.
I'm friends with the viruses.
Yeah. Like, the numbers of viruses.
We coexist.
Yeah. Like I just let them do whatever they want on my phone, but they just don't give me pop-up ads.
You can take all my information as long as I don't get no pop-up ads.
Like if I'm playing like Fortnite mobile, I'm in a win streak,
It's Call of Duty Mobile now.
Whatever. I don't play Fortnite. It's disgusting.
I played Fortnite like season 2 to 3, 2 to 4, and then the 10-year-olds took over, and I was like, I'm done.
And then the Fire Nation attack.
Oh, can you recite it with me? Water, earth,
fire,
air.
Are we just okay? How are we gonna do this?
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop him. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world. Da-na. Yeah,
Oh my God.
Fist bump.
Yeah,
I love
I've
that
seen that so
much.
many times, so it's like kind of embedded.
Do you know
Korra
the
one?
No.
I don't.
Do you know the first episode one though?
No, it's
Because the pilot episode was
different.
totally different.
Yeah, it goes more into detail, but I don't know it.
Yeah, it goes more into detail. It lasted a while, but then they cut it down for the second episode, and it stayed that way throughout the whole show.
Yeah, I think it's good though.
I love it. We do the whole thing.
Yeah.
We were perfect synchronization.
Well, after like a few parts, because like I didn't know if
The water,
how we would
earth,
do
fire,
it.
air.
Yeah.
Because if we actually, paused for it, like water, earth,
We do the
boom,
sound effects.
boom, fire, air,
It's weird, you know the sound effects of the fucking elements.
and the movements.
Yeah.
Water, she does the movement. Fire is
Azula
they
kicking,
flip in, and earth is stomp, punch, and air is
Who,
the air tunnel towards the.
who do we know who those
screen.
are in the one in Avatar?
Who does air?
No, like who does any of them?
Um,
Because doesn't Azula do
air
fire?
is confirmed not Aang. Azula does fire.
I think
I forget.
Paku does water, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Paku does water, and I think earth is the boulder.
Makes sense.
Let me look it up.
Just in the mic. Yeah, no, but that's a great opening sequence. I think it's great. Yeah, it's always cool seeing them people bend.
Images. Yeah, it looks like the boulder. Pretty sure it's the boulder. Did you know Toph was originally going to be like a big masculine dude?
Oh yeah.
And the character they used for that dude, they actually later used for the previous avatars.
Roku.
Yeah, Roku's earthbending teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that?
Yeah, I saw a video on
Hell yeah. I love how we both know so much.
it. Yeah, but no one knows. Like whenever no one knows I watch this show, but like because they always like, oh, you watch Avatar? I'm like, a little bit more than watch.
I know way more than you.
Yeah, yeah. That fucking
Get on my level.
Who are you? Yeah, no, I love this.
When I finish the comics, I will gladly loan them to you.
I'm gonna
100%.
lose them all.
If you lose them all, I will sue.
Okay, let's not bring the court into this. Yeah, no, I won't lose them, but
Did I send you a photo of how much they cost? Yeah. $200 for all the comics
that's
combined.
kind of like how we started talking recently. You just sent me like a random picture of like the cost, and it was like, look how much they cost. I was like, oh, that's cool, dope.
And then we talked a little bit about it, and I was like, hey, let's do a podcast about it.
And I was like, oh, because
I tried doing a podcast with Kyle.
she told me all about it.
She's the funniest person I know.
Yeah.
I want to do a podcast with her. And then she said, did she tell you why she couldn't do the podcast?
She told me a reason. Maybe we should have.
Tell me the reasons. Sammy.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm not
Tell
gonna
me the
talk
reason.
shit. No.
I want to see if it's the same reason she told
Well,
me.
we could probably do that off the mic then.
Tell me the reason, Sammy.
I forgot.
What's the reason?
I forgot.
You know the reason.
I forgot the reason.
I hope she's not ghosting me.
I don't know. I forgot the reason.
She's ghosting me,
I
isn't
forgot
she?
the reason.
Did I make her mad?
I don't know.
What did I do?
I don't know. Who's Kyle?
Who's Kyle? She said she.
Kyle, that anorexic white ginger. I know him. Oh my god, he's amazing.
She said she wasn't allowed to leave the house because her mom was afraid of the coronavirus. Yeah, that's not what she told you.
No
Great.
comment. No comment. That's maybe what she told me.
Kyle, what did
No
I
comment.
do to make you mad? I just
didn't-
want to do a podcast.
I didn't
with
say
you.
anything, Kyle. No comment.
Oh, you not saying anything gave it away.
Oh, no comment. That's probably what she said to me.
She's ghosting me. Dang it. What did I do?
No comment. Her mom's pretty cool though. She's so funny.
Her mom's hilarious.
Yeah, because like I remember
It's one of
this,
the reasons she's so funny.
yeah, I remember this one time I was in
I don't know. Keep going.
I was in the car with Kyle and her mom, and so anyone that can't see, I'm Egyptian. So like, you know, I'm not black, but I'm Egyptian. So it's like
you're like half and half, right?
Yeah, half white, half
white,
Egyptian.
half Egyptian.
So I'm Egyptian, and Kyle's mom was talking to me, and Kyle's mom's pretty white. She's black, but she's white. And so she was talking, and like she was like, "You're African, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Egyptian." And she was like, "Oh, so you the African? You're the like ones that stole Africa."
What?
Like, Cleopatra? Who? Like
What?
ancient pyramids? But like, yeah. So she said like, yeah, Egyptians stole Africa. Teresa,
You thief.
yeah. No, but yeah, she's awesome though. I remember. I don't know. Do we want to keep going on stories with Kyle's mom?
Yeah, keep talking about it.
This one time we were coming back from a water park with Danny, Danny. And we were coming back from a water park. Yeah. But we were coming from a water park, and Kyle went with Danny and her grandma to like Danny's house because they were spending the night, but I had to go home with Kyle and Kyle's sister, and Kyle's mom got lost. But so she got lost, and she was like not using directions. She was like, "This is wrong," and she like went the other way, and she ended up in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, she was so stubborn that she didn't want to listen to the
Google Maps.
And it was so funny. She's awesome.
I use Google Maps all the time.
That's
All
how I
the
got
time.
here. You live like 5 minutes away from me, but that's how I got here.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, which way do you live?
That way? I don't. I live.
Silver Lake's right there.
Yeah. Okay. So Silver Lake's right there. I live. The park next to like the park with like the beach and stuff. Not the one with Emery's. The other park with like the big gravel parking lot.
Silver Lake parking lot.
I don't want
Silver Lake.
Yeah. I live just right up that road, and then there's Silver Lake Terrace, and I live in that neighborhood.
So you live right over there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know we lived so close together.
Yeah,
Do you know Faith? I think her last name is Morrison.
Oh yeah, of course I know her, but she went to Cascade, but I don't know.
She lives like 2 minutes from me.
I have a friend that lives on the same road as you, but yeah.
They live on this road?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
Mikey. Do you know her?
What?
Or this is. Oh no, she lives.
She doesn't live on this road.
You know the church? Is there a church near your house?
There's a church right over there.
Yeah, she lives like across the street from the church.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I guess she lives close.
She lives close. Yeah. I was like, the only people that go to Cascade that live on this road are Ethan and Emma. They live right over
Ethan
there.
White?
No, Ethan Kuntz.
The one is that the one with long hair?
I think
Okay.
he's got longer hair.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but cool. Yeah, no.
Oh wait, no, you're thinking about Ethan Johnson.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking.
No,
of.
not
Yeah.
Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson, he lives like 3 roads that way.
Yeah, no, I live right next to Silver Lake, so I live 5 minutes away.
Ethan, we used to be the best of friends, and I practically lived at his house. One time I literally walked in, and I said, "Hey, Miss Johnson, do you have any food I can have?" And I was like, can I make a sandwich? He's like, "Yeah, go for it." And I just made a sandwich. I was like, "That's all." And I walked out.
And it's always good to have,
I lived there. It was awesome. And one time I even went over, because I just jog over to his house. It's only a couple blocks away. And I just jogged over to his house, and I was like, "Hey, Ethan, want to hang out?" And he said, "Nah, I can't today. I got a bunch of homework to do." And his mom was in the backyard with, those like PVC pipe games where you've got like 2 golf balls tied together by a rope. You've got like 3 horizontal PVC pipes, and you've got to swing the golf balls and they wrap around the pipe.
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, I don't know what it's called at all, but that's the description of the game. She was playing that in the backyard, and I just hung out with her. I hung out with his mom. It was awesome.
I mean, yeah.
We were just talking and playing the game and having a cool time. Cole joined in his little brother joined in for a little bit.
That's cute.
One time I played chess with Cole, and he was like, "Oh, nobody's ever beaten me. I'm gonna beat your ass." And I'm not that good at chess, but I'm like, "All right, I doubt you're gonna beat my ass."
A little bit.
And we got to the end, and I got a checkmate on him, and then I was just staring at him, and he was just staring at me. And I was waiting for him to reach for the board for me to like yell out checkmate.
God.
And he was just staring at me, and he's like, "You got to say checkmate." I was like, "I will."
Oh my God.
And then we just kept staring at each other.
Petty.
And when he finally reached for it, checkmate.
Oh my God. So petty.
He was kind of frustrated.
Yeah. I
I'm not great at chess. I used to think I was the shit because my parents would let me win. So I used to think like I'm
not
unstoppable.
that good at chess. I'm not that good.
Yeah, but like I've beat a few people at chess. You know Justin Afwan?
Mm-hmm.
I beat him.
I feel bad for Justin App on it. Either did he get like a specific cream or a skincare, or did it just go away over time? Because like he had that nose issue.
Oh my god,
he was all insecure about
that on.
No, he knows it. If he's still got a problem with it,
I would have a problem if like someone was on a podcast like Sammy, that fat ass. You know, I would have a problem with that. I don't want someone.
I'm just curious, like what happened, like because it was more of an issue in middle school.
He unfollowed me on Instagram, so I don't know.
Oh, ouch! What happened?
I don't know, but a lot of people that I went to Cascade with unfollowed me, and I was like, wow, okay. So I just unfollowed them, and I was like, wow.
I like unfriend specific people I don't interact with ever at all.
It was basically me.
What, me and you?
Yeah, did you unfriend me? Wow, fake.
No, I think we're still friends on Facebook. I don't think we're friends on Instagram.
Like a post I shared like a long time ago.
Yeah, last night.
Yeah, I was last like, why?
It's because I was like doing some research to like find out some questions I could ask you.
My God.
And I saw that post and I was like, that's hilarious.
Just going through my like Facebook, I was like, why'd you like that?
That's exactly what was happening. Yeah, I was Facebook stalking you.
Cool. Find anything interesting?
Just that.
Yeah, I have my family on Facebook, so I can't be like, you know.
Yeah, Facebook is the family one.
Yeah.
Instagram's the other one.
Yeah, but I have my brother on all of it though, so.
But you're friendly with your brother though, right? You got a good relationship?
Yeah, but I can't, he's my brother, not like my, friend, best friend. So it's like, I can't, they're going to be watching this though, so I'm not going to. Not gonna go into it, but I think they could assume. I mean, I'm 18. I'm an adult.
You're 18?
Mm-hmm.
I'm 19. I turned 20 July 10th.
I turned 19 September 27th.
I can't wait until I turn 21.
Alcohol.
No.
Weed.
No.
Rental car.
No. Keep guessing.
I don't know what else. Gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Concealed carry permit.
Can't you get a gun at 18 in Idaho?
I think in specific states you can buy a gun, but you can't like conceal or open carry until you reach 21. Which is annoying because, if you can go to war at 18 and defend your country, why can't I defend myself walking through the streets at 18? But oh well.
I think you would need more defense in like let's say Syria than outside. But
I understand that. You're right.
But yeah, let's not get into politics unless this is a political talk show.
We talk about anything. My name is Noah Robertson. I talk to anybody, anywhere, about anything.
So if I find like a homeless man on the side of the road, you talk to him.
Sure.
I'll be right back.
Have I told you? No, I didn't tell you, but I'll tell you my. You know how I'm adopted?
Mm-hmm.
My half brother Thomas, he was homeless, and one day he just showed up at the door. And I was at work at the time, and he looked completely different. And he said, "Hey, is Noah here?" My parents were like, "No." Can I ask who's asking? Because he used to live here, but he looked so different they didn't even recognize him. And can I ask who's asking? And I say, "Oh, it's Thomas." And they're like, "What?"
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And so they said, he's not working tomorrow at like 11 or something like that. And he's like, "Okay, yeah, I'll come back." And then I think he forgot that day or whatever, but he eventually came back and we hung out and everything. And I gave him a pair of my pants and he took a shower and he like ate all of our leftovers. And then he was sent off. But I guess he just wanted to like see me.
That's nice.
It was weird because I haven't seen him in so long and he isn't doing that good for himself. Thomas, I love you, man, but get your shit together. He's going to be a father, and he's still not really on his feet yet. And
sometimes it takes a while for anyone. I believe in you.
I believe in you too. It's just you're going to be a dad, so get your shit together. I already told him that. And he kind of got offended. But
yeah,
I'm not afraid.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid.
You're not afraid to take on some interesting topics about people. You're very vocal about your opinion. I even remember that in chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, why would I hold back what I gotta say?
Because sometimes it hurts people.
I don't care.
Yeah, clearly.
Man up, woman up,
Woman
grow
up.
a pair, grow a pair of balls, grow a pair of ovaries, suck it up.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, there's not. Yeah, it's not wrong to be like vocal about your opinion, but I think personally, I just would rather.
I'm not going to purposefully offend a stranger, but like if it's somebody I know,
Someone I know, then
I'm
you're a
gonna be
stupid
like,
little
"Alright,
bitch that
get-
ain't shit. You
Yeah,
musty, crusty,
exactly.
dusty bitch.
musty, crusty, dusty.
Like, I mean, it's like if I know you, then yeah, fine. I'll like make you want to like die. But like if you're a stranger, you're amazing, and I love you, and you can do it. So is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. So
If it's somebody I know, I'll call them out on their bullshit. If it's a stranger, I'll be like, you could do this, but
yeah, I'm not decisive enough to say that. I don't really. If I want someone to do something, I'll try and get them to do it. By like, hey,
please tell me you're not all passive aggressive about it.
No, I'm not passive. Well, okay, yeah, Mackenzie would disagree, but I'm not that passive aggressive. I would say like, you know, you guys want to do this, or let's do this, or do you want to do this? What do you want to do? But it's like I'll try and be like, let's do this. If I'm like really tired of it, then I'll be like, we're doing this.
I'm very straightforward about it.
Nothing
Why not?
wrong with that.
I'm so straightforward that when I first met you, do you remember how I introduced myself?
No, but it's probably offensive.
No. Well, maybe to some people that view it wrong, but it's like, hi, my name's Noah. I'm adopted.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's how I introduce myself to people. It's so funny to watch them swerve. They're like, oh,
Yeah, like,
that's fun.
No, I'm adopted.
How's the family?
Yeah.
That's a fun topic you probably like talking about. They get all stressed out and they crawl in their skin, and I just love to watch the discomfort. It's so funny.
That's
You're kind of itching your arm right now.
yeah, because it's like, okay, you're a psychopath. I mean, that's cool, I guess. I mean, like, yeah. I just introduce people. Hi, I'm Sam or Sammy. I go by Sam at some places now.
And that's also how I say goodbye to people. My name's Noah. I'm adopted. This was the Rootless Minds podcast with Sammy Farouk, my good friend and fellow Avatar connoisseur. Do you want people to like check you out on Instagram, social media? Do you have any, you want them to check your Twitch streams, anything like that?
Okay, well, you can find me on Instagram at the Samster _ not really _ but yeah, just look up the Samster.
Samster _ not really _ but yeah.
It's like underscore between every word, but just look up Sammy Farouk. And also Twitch is Tickle Me Elmo XX2.
That's a great name.
Yeah, it's also my gamer tag, but no one hit me up on that. I won't play with you. Just kidding, I might. Who knows?
My gamer tag is NHBOAH. It's shortened Noah Boa. And Noah Boa is the most common nickname for a Noah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, what else are you going to call a Noah?
That's a fair point. All right, on that topic, we're out. Peace.